This is your one and only 𝐹ireSpark81 with your daily dose of video goodness, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Weekend Magic. So I got a really fun deck for you all this week. It's called Hammer Drop. We're making use of the Colossus Hammer because, you know, it's an artifact that you don't see a lot of play of, and it's kind of interesting to just throw 10-10 on something, and it loses flying, but if it's got trample and it's absolutely insanely massive, a lot of times your opponent doesn't know how to deal with it if they don't have any direct creature removal, and a lot of times they'll waste that on other stuff. Like early on in the game, you'll do stuff like play Thicket Crasher or Beanstalk Giant or Voracious Hydra, and they'll try to remove that and waste it on that. Then later on you replay those and then put a hammer on it, or play something like a 𝐵𝐿𝐼 Druid and throw a hammer on it, and they just don't know what to do. And we also have 𝐿𝐞𝐭, and you know, once you get 𝐿𝐞𝐭 on the board, they will waste any amount of anything they have to remove 𝐿𝐞𝐭. I just played a game where the opponent was so focused on removing 𝐿𝐞𝐭 that they could have killed me 3 times during the length of the game, and they just kept wasting resources and time to try to remove 𝐿𝐿𝐭 from the board, and they could have just kept going face and won with no problem whatsoever, but they just could not handle the fact that he was on the board. They just had to get him off the board. So anyway, we got 4 Healer of the Glade, 3 Colossus Hammer, 4 𝐿𝐼 Druids, 3 Midnight Clock, 3 Crushing Canopy, 3 𝐿𝐿𝐭, 4 Risen Reef, 4 Thicket Crasher, 2 Beanstalk Giant, 3 Great Henge, and 3 Voracious Hydra. And we use the Risen Reef and the elementals to ramp up so that equipping the hammer is not that big of a deal, because you look at its equip cost, it's only 1 to get out, but its equip cost is super expensive at 8. But it's not really that big of a deal when you're running the elemental Risen Reef combo to ramp up to 8. And we have Midnight Clock in there because I like this card. It's a little slow, but if you get it out early, it's not that bad, and then mid-game you get a hand refresh, and it's fantastic and can win you the game. I mean, you can win on the back of this thing super easy, and on top of that, it gives you additional ramp because it's 3 to put out, then it gives you a blue mana the next turn. So if you can put it out on turn 3, turn 4, something like that, it gives you that additional mana. So that's pretty much it. Then we have your random smattering of lands, absolutely nothing special. All right, let's jump into a few games and you can see how it plays out. Now, I'll give you a warning right from the get-go. This isn't a super strong deck. It's not super competitive, but it is a lot of fun. So if you have these cards, you want to swap out some stuff, have at it. And the 2 big things is the Thicket Crasher, because it gives all your other elementals trample, and having trample when you have the hammer is like, you almost have to. I'm going to keep this because we have the clock. I find that it makes it a heck of a lot more effective than it was, because otherwise you're just smashing creatures against their creatures and they're chump blocking it, but having trample on a creature makes it really hard for them to chump block. So they're going to start off with the Bond of Flourish. Apparently they need some hand fixing. We're going to drop all of our tap stuff, and then I'm going to play this and then this. Well, yeah. We'll play this next turn. That way we can get additional ramp if we need to kill something with the Hydra. All right. Probably an elf deck, it looks like, maybe. Should have maybe played 𝐿𝐿𝐭 first, but meh, we'll play this. Because they get this guy out. What's he got? 3? They're probably going to play him next. No, play some ramp. Come on. Nope, they're playing the Beast Whisperer. Yeah, we need to get him off the board. And then let's see, if we do this, oh, we can do him for 3. Okay, so we're going to do this for 3. This is some of the little bit of removal we have in this deck. We do not have a lot of removal in this deck. So, and then we're going to have him fight. Get that off the board. Now we have a blocker so that when we play 𝐿𝐿𝐭, we can protect him. And then they'll probably just focus all their efforts on 𝐿𝐿𝐭. I might hold him back. I like to, if I can't get him out quickly, I like to hold him back a little bit to try to surprise the opponent. And then now we can play the Henge. I don't really want them to get card advantage, so I think I'm going to play him here. And you can see we've already, I mean, I think they're mana screwed, but we've ramped up pretty well here. We're going to turn this into an 𝐿𝐿𝐭. We're going to drop this bad boy. Okay, now we can start the rampening. All right, and we'll pass the turn. Now, if they attack here, we'll end up losing the Hydra. They're probably going to try to attack oko. They highlighted over him. They see him. They want him off the board because all know oko's on the board. When they should be removing this because this is the main threat, but nobody ever sees the hammer coming. Like legit, nobody ever. Hold on to the hammer, even though it's a 1-drop, never play it. Hold on to it till like the turn before you get ready to equip it. They never see it coming. Okay, they did not attack. That's actually insanely good for us here. So we're gonna play this. Oh, we're ramping hardcore. We're gonna play this. Now we just need to find the hammer. Healer, we'll take it. Okay, let's see here. So none of this is really threatening. I'm just gonna make food token. And then we'll pass the turn. Clock is ticking down. We gotta keep an eye on this too, because if we have anything in our hand that we want on the board, we need to play it before this goes off because we lose our whole hand. Is this a pre-con deck or something? Like, why are they playing... Oh, they named it for green. Never mind. For some reason, I was thinking that was you had to name the type, but they named it for green. Okay. They're attacking in. Do I want to block? You know they have a trick here. Do we just chump block? I think I don't really need the mana from him. I'm just going to chump block. We have another one we'll play next turn. Oh, and the Beanstalk Giant. Oh yeah, that's good stuff right there. So I think we're just going to play both of these. The 2 elementals instead. We'll hold on to the Giant. Oh yeah, there we go. Nice. So if we play this now, we can't equip it till next turn. Let's just go ahead and ramp. Gonna go ahead and ramp up here. Oh yeah, we're ramping like crazy. They're probably gonna quit here. We'll drop this. Now, this doesn't always go down like this. This was a perfect scenario and was absolutely fantastic for me to show off the deck. And hopefully they don't quit. Don't quit, opponent. They're probably going to quit when I drop this, but I'm going to wait because I think I'm not mathing. I think I have enough to drop it next turn and equip it. I mean, I could count all the mana that I have available, but we have a lot, so I'm not insanely worried about... Oh, 𝐴𝐿. Bye, oko. You were good while you lasted. And their 𝐴𝐿 is dead next turn.
Expectations are exhausting.
Yep, fantastic. Are you going to attack in? They're not attacking in. Okay, then. So now, we're going to play this. We're going to play the hammer. We're going to equip the hammer to the Hydra. Then we're going to play... Actually, I really want to get this out to keep the hand shuffling. So let's play that. And we also apparently have enough mana somehow to play this. Oh, because of that. All right, so we'll go ahead and do that. This gets him out of our hand and has him in the adventure spot. So then we're going to attack in. I know that was a lot for just 𝐴𝐿, but 𝐴𝐿 had to get off the board. So they're green. I'm not too worried about this. Oh, and another 𝐴𝐿. Nice. Nice. So they can't get rid of the hammer with 𝐴𝐿, which is kind of funny. Okay, you're going to attack it. You should... They did not attack. All right, we'll shuffle our hand here, see what we get. Oh, God. So good. I love Midnight Clock. All right, so we're going to play this. Draw a card. Fantastic. And then we're going to equip that to any elemental because it does not matter. And I don't want to draw any more, so I need to be careful what I play here. We're going to play this. Okay, we're good there. And now we're going to just attack. And they quit. I was considering just going face, but it looks like I didn't need to. They just could not handle the power of the deck. So the deck really just popped off last game. It doesn't always go down that way. As you can see here, this is an absolutely terrible starting hand. Yeah, I'm going to mulligan this. I mean, we have the clock, which is nice, but I'm not taking a chance. We're gonna mulligan here. This is not a whole heck of a lot better, but it's better than what we have. So we'll keep this. We will I guess 𝐿𝐼𝐭. I hate to do it, but 𝐿𝐼𝐭's the one that we have to throw here because we can play this on, we can get this out and then get this out. Basically, we go turn 2 this, turn 3 this, and then turn 4 that. That's the game plan anyway. We'll see how this goes down. We're going, looks like mono red, so we may not even have the chance to do that. Depending on, oh, maybe not. Okay, so we'll do this. This will probably get killed. Are we going against mono red? They would have played something by now. Yeah, he's dead. They're highlighting over it. They're gonna kill it. Come on. Either kill it or don't kill it. It's not rocket science. And they finally decided to kill it. They lava coiled it. Seems like a waste of a lava coil to me, but that's just me. All right, we'll pass the turn. They must have a hand of nothing but removal. Yeah. Straight damage and removal. That's what they have a handful of. Unless it's not your average mono red deck. I mean, it's gotta be, right? What did they draw into? 𝐿𝐼𝐭. It is a 𝐿𝐼𝐭 deck. I knew it. All right, well, that's great because we just drew that. So we're going to play this. If they don't nuke it, that will allow us to get the ∞ out a little bit quicker. They're probably going to nuke it, though. They'll probably kill it. Nope, they play the 𝐿𝐼𝐭. All right, so we're gonna kill that. Light up the stage again. Draw into a bunch of removal. Okay, so let's just nuke that right away. Destroy enchantment. And I'm going to hold on to the healer because I want to play this and the healer next turn. So we're just going to attack in. Next turn, we should be able to start ramping relatively well. We probably should have lost this, but I have a feeling they drew a really bad hand, or they're playing a really bad mono red deck, one or the other. Yeah, waste both of your shocks on it. Do it. Yeah, fantastic. I mean, that kind of sucks because it's going to take longer for us to get the henge out now, but they're just playing nothing but removal. All right, so let's play this. Take that action. Play this. Heal up a little bit from the damage they did. Done, take that. All right. So now we're going to play Midnight Clock, and I'm going to ramp Midnight Clock as quickly as I can. And right before it goes off, I'll drop the hammer. Another light up the stage. They got to be about out of those. Oh, that's not good. I don't want to see her. You know she's coming down. So I think what I'll do is I'll play this and then double the counters on it. Make it really difficult for them to remove.
Need a match? No. Too bad.
That way we can start jabbing that at her now. I was going to play this, but I think now our best bet is to play this. Create your elemental tokens. Do the thing. Come on. Oh my god, I cannot stand slow mono red players. It's mono red. Your deck takes 0 thought. Well, not 0, but very little. 2 hours later, opponent has figured out how to make their little elemental creatures an attack. Congratulations, you did it. Okay, so that's good. We can pump this a little bit more now. So we can do this for 4. That means it's going to give us an 8/8 with trample. We'll just do that. Auto pay that bad boy. Double its counters. That's going to be very difficult for them to remove. I'm actually going to attack in with both of these to start weakening her now.
What the heck?
As an 8/9 with trample, mono red doesn't really have a way to deal with this. I mean, he might have enough damage in these 3 cards here. 2 lava coils and a shock, maybe. Let's see. He's going to spend all of his mana on it, though. And this allows us to play henge next super cheap. So hopefully, he can't remove it this turn. Sorry, he or she can't remove it this turn. They're highlighting over it. They know it's a problem. They know it's a big problem for them. Okay, so they're just going straight face then. That's probably their best bet here. Just go straight face and try to do as much damage to me as they can. Although Great Henge is going to make it very difficult for them to, well, not very difficult, but more difficult than usual for them to kill us here. Okay, so they're going in. We'll just block one of those, eat it. Kill Chandra next turn. Nice. Okay, so we'll play the henge. We're going to tap the henge for mana. We're going to play the clock. We're going to go ahead and drop this hammer. Now we're going to attack in. This guy's going to go face. Both of these are going to go towards her. Get her off the board. Go face. I think mono red's pretty much done here. Although, this isn't the tier 1 𝐤𝐿𝐴 deck for sure. They're running way different stuff. Lot of removal. Not nearly enough 1/1s. There's the dodger. Either that or they just drew an absolutely terrible hand. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they just drew terrible. Which is a definite possibility. This is Magic the Gathering. This is not going to do them any good. Yeah, buddy, that's, you're done. They're done next turn. They did not play enough stuff. They can't block. They're taking 8. Yeah. So we're going to play one more here. See how it goes. It's a not terrible starting hand. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to see if we can draw another land here to get oko out. I don't know. Probably shouldn't have kept this hand, but, you know, I like to live risky from time to time. We'll probably lose this one. I've just won a bunch of them in a row. This deck does lose, you know, I don't know. I don't know how much. I don't want to say 50-50, but it does lose from time to time. I'll put it that way. Oh, mill. Good thing we got the clock. Gonna make it rough for mill, and we did not. That's terrible. All right, I'm gonna let it go one more. And milled our freaking lands. We didn't draw a land. We really need to draw a land. We might be screwed here. We might just be mana screwed, which is funny when it's a ramp deck. And a 𝙈𝙪𝙩. Nice. There goes our reef. They're probably going to get rid of the reef. They should get rid of the clock. Let's see what they do here. I mean, the clock is what they want to get rid of if they're playing mill. And they get rid of the reef. They're scared of the reef. See, if you're playing mill, you want them to reef. You want me to reef because this is going to empty my deck faster. Get rid of the clock, shuts me down. But they didn't do that. And we still can't play the clock. All right, we're going to play this. They got rid of our reef anyway. I'm just going to start slapping them in the face. They probably got, maybe they have another, they might have another 𝐿𝐴, and that's why they're not worried about the clock. Another 𝐿𝐴? Maybe. Maybe not. Nope. They're just going to mill us. All right, come on, land. Come on, I just need one land. Just one land. Oh, nice. That's exactly what we needed. All right, so they're on a clock now to mill us. We'll pass the turn. I'm going to go ahead and get oko out too, so maybe they'll worry about oko a little bit. I doubt it, but maybe. We can also turn this into an _ʟᴏ. I'm going to hold on to this, so if they play one of their enchantments, what is it, Drowned Secrets, we can remove it. Just to slow them down a little bit until the midnight clock has a chance to do its thing. Okay, so we got the hammer. That's pretty useless for us. We're going to play this.
Open your heart to the magic.
And we're going to turn that into an _ʟᴏ. Yep, I'm sure I want to turn that into an _ʟᴏ. And, you know, do I want to play the hammer? Nah, we're going to pass the turn. They don't know I have the hammer yet, and we could still mess with them. We need another force. We can play this Hydra. Okay, drawing 4 cards. So they can only attack with this, and if they run it in here, they're just going to run it into the _ʟᴏ, and it's going to die. So we do have a little bit of protection for oko. I'll start making food tokens next and turning those into _ʟᴏs. Yep, mill away. I think that's probably our best bet and speed up the clock. So what are we at? We're at 34. Just gotta keep an eye on that there. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? What our best option is here. Well, let's get another healer out. I'm just gonna get another healer out and turn that into an _ʟᴏ, I guess.
Let's broaden your existence.
And then we'll pass the turn. Now, next turn I can start attacking them with both of these. The downside is they're not going to get rid of this. They'll probably play another one, and then they'll just block both of them with the Secret Keepers, so it kind of sucks. Or they'll try to mill us. Let's see what they do here. They're definitely ramping just fine. They have no problems getting any mana. We cannot get any of our mana. It just keeps getting milled. Oh, look, they're going to 𝐿𝐴 us. They probably want to get the Crushing Canopy out of our hand. Ground and a lock. Okay. I feel like they probably could have used that for something a little more important than getting rid of a healer, because they could just play that and block. It's not like these can attack, and if this attacks, it just attacks into that. I mean, that seems like a waste of a spell to me. Come on, green mana. Come on, green mana. If the opponent passes the turn. Yeah, my turn. Thanks. Green mana? Yes. Okay, so now we're going to play this for 3 and then double the counters. Uh-oh, do they got counter magic? They do. They do have counter magic. Okay, so food token it is. Pass the turn. I think we can beat them. I honestly think we can beat them. Do we have a clock in here? No. So we have a chance of drawing another one. We're at 7. They're gonna thought erasure me, and it's honestly it's pointless. Anything they do, unless they damage my face, is pointless as long as this is on the field, because it's just gonna get reset. Yeah, congratulations, you got rid of the hammer. I can't use the hammer anyway. Why wouldn't you have gotten rid of Crushing Canopy? I wonder if this is 2 counter spells. So I think what I'm gonna do here, I'm just gonna start making a bunch of elks. I think that's our best bet. And I'm not going to speed this up because it slows them down. The longer in the game we wait, the better, I think. Because if like late game this happens, oh, they had another, okay, card draw. The later in the game this happens, the more mill they waste on us that they can't like reuse. So we're at 29. We're doing fine right now. And then we're just going to pass the turn. I'm surprised they haven't played a Drowned Secrets yet. Unless they have, do they have removal for that? Do they have removal for the Midnight Clock in that deck? If they do, we're screwed and I'll just quit. Because I don't think we can beat them. Maybe speeding it up is a good idea before they find the removal for it. I don't know. I feel like letting it go is probably the best bet, but they keep highlighting over it. They're thinking really hard. Okay, they got the Vantress. Can he can attack. That's not good. We're gonna have to elk that. Play your Drowned Secrets so I can use this Crushing Canopy before I set this Midnight Clock off. Or not, or don't. That's either, you know, it's fine too. That's fine, just don't. Okay, so we're gonna elk this. We're gonna play this, and we're gonna see if we can get this out. So we're gonna play it for 3. Oh, we can. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna double the counters on it. I'm actually not going to fight with it. And we're going to pass the turn. Okay, so next turn, this will go off if they don't have any removal for it. Let's see what they do here. I'm worried they have removal for it. I don't think this deck runs removal for artifacts. And Drowned in the Loch doesn't do it either, right? Counter target or destroy target creature, yeah. So I don't think they can do anything about it. Okay, they're looking for more card draw. That's fine. Draw away. They're gonna Thought Erasure our Crushing Canopy, which is fine. I don't care. It's, like I said, hand's getting reset anyway. So they probably just did that for the Surveil, but they already know what's on top. So I don't know what the purpose of that was. I don't think opponent knows how to fight against this deck with their deck. I think that's the problem we've run into here. Well, I wouldn't say it's a problem. It's actually good for us. All right, my turn. And here we go with the reset. And we drew the other Midnight Clock. Fantastic. So now we just need to get them to waste any counter spells they may have. So what we're going to do is we're going to play this. And that went instantly. I don't think they have counter magic in their hand. That went so fast. Let's try. Now it holds. Oh, because they had a negate. Fine. Fine. Okay. You better hope your mill game is on point. And do we want to turn... No, because we don't want to make that not an elemental. So let's just create a food token here. I could turn these into 3/3 elks, but then they can actually attack, and I don't want to do that. And you know what? I'm going to attack him with this because there's not a whole lot they can do about it. We can just start eating their creatures. If they attack with the Ventress, I'll just block with one of the food tokens. Okay, I think we have this on lockdown. Can we do it? Let's see, 6, 7, 8. So we need one more mana, which kind of sucks to put this out. And oh no, he produces 2, right? Yeah. Hopefully we can draw a non-tap land, and then the opponent quits because they know they lost. They should have. The first thing they should have gotten rid of was that clock. That's what screwed them in that matchup. That's the deck. I mean, once again, I'm showing all wins here, but I have lost a bunch of matches with this. Just certain decks completely ruin this deck. Mono red, if it's too quick, if they pop off, if they get that nut hand, or mono white, if they get that nut hand, you're done. You don't have a chance. As you saw, the deck is a little too slow. It's more of a mid-rangey deck, and it doesn't have a ton of early game removal. So if they're really strong in the early game, your chances of winning are slim. But if they're a mid-range, slower deck, something like that, you got a really good chance of winning. But yeah, as usual, the link for the deck will be in the description. That is going to wrap it up for this episode. If you like what you saw, consider hitting that sub button. I want to give a big thank you to my patrons for making this episode possible. Y'all are absolutely amazing people. If you would like to join my elite crew of Patreon supporters, please check out the link in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. If you're shy, you don't like to comment, just hit that thumbs up button and show your support. Until next time, thanks for watching.